Hi. Um, I first want to apologize if I lose my train of thought during this video. My depression has reared its ugly head and it makes it a bit difficult for me to focus at times. But I needed something to do, so this is what I'm doing. Uh, Past, present, and future. The grand illusion. Einstein said that past, present, and future exist in order to keep everything from happening at once. He also believed that they were illusions. We perceive events using the three tenses of time because that is how time is perceived in a physical three-dimensional world. All three are illusions because the human brain is not capable of perceiving them all at once and must segment time in order to comprehend it. Assuming hypothetically that this is true, what does this do to the theory of reincarnation? Many people believe that they have lived past lives and have even been hypnotically regressed into what seem to be previous existences in other times, other places. But if past, present, and future are all parts of a continuum which we could call now, linear reincarnation gets turned on its side and becomes simultaneous incarnation. Again, let's assume hypothetically that each one of us is a part of a higher self, the oversoul, if you will. You could imagine it like your hand is the oversoul, and each finger is an individual portion of it, each having its own purpose, its own function, and they are separate, yet they all share the same root, the same source. This is the idea I'm trying to get across. One of the purposes of the oversoul is to gain experience and understanding of the human condition. To achieve this, it sends out portions of itself, which is us, to various time periods in order to experience specific conditions relevant to that particular time period. These various portions are connected by virtue of being part of the same oversoul, despite the fact that one may live in the 1500s, one may live in the year 2007, and one may live in the year 2370. And who's to say there are not multiple incarnations of the oversoul in the same time period? This, what is possible? Who knows? There may be an infinite number of portions which can be sent out. These various portions, again, being connected, can, under the right circumstances, communicate with each other. I can get into this some other time, but how many portions an oversoul may send out might depend on how much information it needs to gather. How many oversouls are there? Thousands? one per country, one per hemisphere. How about one per planet? That's an interesting thought. If this planet is being populated by one oversoul, would that then mean that this oversoul is what we would interpret as God? I shy away from defining the concept of God, only because one cannot define the undefinable. Now, when a person or portion dies, perhaps it returns to the oversoul, where the person's life experiences are absorbed by the oversoul and added to its knowledge, and the portion is then either sent back to another time and another place, or perhaps is reabsorbed into the oversoul if its mission has been completed. But what of the oversoul? Is it a portion of a higher dimensional megasoul? Is the megasoul so far removed from physical reality that it created the oversoul for the purposes which I discussed? Personally, I like the idea of simultaneous incarnations. For some reason, it just appeals to me. And you can find a lot of information regarding this whole concept in the Jane Roberts books, the Seth books. I'm going to leave this for now. Just chalk it up to the ramblings of a madman and leave it at that. Okay. Be well.